Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be reading Reddit stories while I do the fixing up of my dolls. So again, these are videos that I took last year that I was not able to upload here in my YouTube channel. And I really wanted to get these videos out of the way so I can start fresh for 2024. So in the past, what I do is I explain the process of fixing up my dolls, how I did the rewigging, cleaning up their bodies and all, but I decided to not do that anymore. Okay, the reason for that is there's a lot of videos where YouTubers like myself who do American Girl dolls, who play, you collect them. They already explain how they go about fixing up their dolls, and I'm not doing anything special anyway, so might as well. I'm just going to use my fixing up videos as a visual, but I'm actually going to do a voiceover like I'm doing right now while reading Reddit stories. So there are a lot of people already doing this, but I think what I'm doing is, a bit different because I'm using a visual of cleaning up my American Girl dolls while reading the Reddit stories. And I'm really enjoying myself because if you're not new to my channel, you would know that I've been posting a lot of these kinds of Reddit stories videos here. So yeah, and I really enjoy giving my insight, my opinion on these stories. So for today's video, we're going to be reading from relationship advice from Reddit. I haven't really done anything for this subreddit. Mostly I've been reading from Amida A-Hole and also from Off My Chest. But so this is the first time I think that I'm going to be reading from relationship advice. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about this, so there are a lot of juicy topics here, and let's go ahead and start by reading the first one that I saw on my on the timeline. I'm sorry again. English is not my first language, and I'm also doing this to practice speaking in English. I don't think there's any harm in doing this, and also it's only going to benefit me if I practice speaking in English as much as possible. Anyway, enough of rambling. Let's do this. So the first story that I'm going to read is titled My 33 Male, Wife 34 Female, Ex Just Died. He left a kid who isn't biologically either of ours. How would I talk to my wife about taking the kid in? So yes, basically what it says on the tin, my wife, Kara, used to be married to a guy with which she has one kid, my stepdaughter, Charlotte, who is 9 years old. I've always wanted to be a dad, but I'm unfortunately unable to have kids biologically. So I've been treating Charlotte like my own daughter and showering her with love. After Kara and her ex broke up, he had his son, Levi, who is 5 years old, with another woman. Levi is not an affair baby. Kara's ex didn't even start seeing Levi's mom until a year after he and Kara got divorced. Last week, Kara's ex passed away in a car wreck. From what I know, Levi's mom won't take him in, and Kara's ex has no close family who will take him in. Levi is currently staying in a foster home, and if no one steps up, Levi will become a ward of the state and enter our state's god-awful the foster system permanently. The other thing is that Charlotte loves her little brother so much, and obviously she's devastated about her dad. I think that staying connected with her brother will help Charlotte through the grief, and that staying with his sister will help Levi. The thing is, Kara absolutely loathes her ex. Their split up was on pretty much the worst of terms, and their divorce was the messiest I've ever heard of. She once told me that if it wasn't for Charlotte, she would have moved across the country and never thought about him again. I'm worried that she won't want to take in Levi because of his connection to her ex. I don't know how to talk to Kara about potentially stepping up to take Levi in, or if she might be gravely insulted if I brought this up. I know that Levi is not technically mine or Kara's problem, but he's an innocent child and Charlotte's little brother, and I would feel guilty if I didn't even try to take him in. Edit. Since a lot of people have been asking, the reason that Levi's mom can't and won't take him in is because she lost custody a while ago and has no interest in fighting to get it back. I don't know why she lost custody, but I believe that she's on the sex offender registry for something quite serious. Oh my god, okay. Well, anyway, so that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and react to this post. So for me, God bless this OP, okay, this person who wrote this um, post. He's very, very nice, and obviously his heart is in the right place. And it's really good that he really wants to take care of this boy who has really no connection to him because, um, well, technically there's already a connection, but not really something that he's legally bound to assist or something. It's not like he's related to this kid. But anyway, the good thing here is, as I mentioned, he really wants to help this child, and also he thinks that okay, his stepdaughter Charlotte loves her brother Levi, and since it looks like he wouldn't have kids of his own in the near future, so he's thinking of why not adopting this kid, okay, so that he'll have two kids and they'll be more of a family. Now this is very tricky because, as he said, his wife and Charlotte's dad did not end their relationship on a good note. So yes, there is a probability that Kara, his wife, will not accept Levi into her household. Now, I think what he should do is to test the waters, maybe just say it in a casual manner, like, okay, how about if we adopt another child? I've always wanted a family. Do not immediately say that he wants to adopt Levi. So just put it on the table and then test the waters. Ask his wife, what do you think about adopting another child? Or do you think that's a good idea and all? And then depending on what she will say, okay, then go from there. But definitely, if you are able to help or at least lend a helping hand to this child, you should do so. And anyway, the mother sounds like a very, very disturbed person. Okay, I was a bit shocked about the sex offender list. Usually, in that list, there's more males than females, but I guess there's some. Okay, and definitely she's not capable or she's not qualified to take care of a child. But yeah, I think if you really want to help Levi and you really want to adopt him, then go ahead and tell your wife, okay, as soon as possible. Who knows? Maybe she is amenable to that suggestion, that she would be happy. Maybe she was not sure herself if you would want to adopt Levi, and she probably assumed that you wouldn't want that. But yeah, maybe just try it. What's the worst that could happen? I think it will be better to just ask her now while you still have time, and then maybe, just maybe, things will go your way, and then she will accept your decision, or she will be happy to adopt Levi, and you could all be a family. Okay, but anyway, let's go ahead and read some of the top comments here. So according to the top comment, okay, don't ask if she wants to take her ex's child in. Ask if she wants to take her child's brother. No matter how much she hates her ex, her child is one half of him. I love Charlotte. She's my daughter. She's half you and half your ex. I cannot in good conscience know that her sibling is out there, most probably living a horrible life. I would like to discuss increasing our family. Yes, that was what I was saying. So I think he should put it that way. Not make it about the child's his ex's child or her ex's child. More of, you're thinking about Charlotte, and you know that Charlotte loves her brother. So yeah, make it like that. Okay, so I'm going to be very, very happy if it turns out well and they could all be a family, because again, at the end of things, um, Levi is not to blame. So he is not someone who is um, that you could put the blame on. It's not like she's the product of cheating, because according to the poster, um, the father of Charlotte met the other woman, okay, the mother of Levi, a year after they got divorced. So maybe, just maybe, it will all work out in the end. Anyway, so that's it for that. Let's go ahead and read another one. Okay. So here's another story. I think this is going to be juicy, but anyway, let's see. My wife, 30 female, asked me, 29 female, okay, for an open relationship. I said no, she is heartbroken. How do we move on? Okay, I guess they're lesbians, but anyway. My wife, 30 female, and I, 29 female, have been together for 8 years or so, and married for 3. A few days ago, she asked me if we could open up our relationship. I knew she was technically interested in sleeping with other people, but did not think she would ever propose that. We entered this relationship as a monogamous couple. For her, sex and love are different, and while I'm the only person she loves, she misses the excitement of meeting someone you don't know and discovering sex with them. She says there is nothing lacking in our sex life, but she does want it more often than I. I asked her if there was anything I could change about our sex life, but to make it short, the answer is no. We talk at length about this. Don't know if it's necessary to add, but I have zero interest in sleeping with anyone else. For me, this is completely unacceptable. The thought of her with someone else kills me, and my self-esteem has been hurt so badly. When I sleep with her, I imagine her doing it with others, and despite knowing that's not what she meant, I can't help but feel like I'm not good enough. I feel worthless and frigid, even though I know she desires me. We had a long talk and she agreed to not open it up. Well, not really. She said she would probably always want it, but between picking that and our relationship, she would pick me. However, she has completely destroyed over this. She has been completely destroyed over this, okay? For her, opening up our relationship would mean more happiness and be better for her mental health. I have a mental illness that affects our relationship even though I am in therapy, and she really tries to be there for me, but it takes a toll on her. She thinks she would be able to handle that better if she has more balance in her life. She has been exploring things she likes outside of our relationship recently, and that has made her more confident. And since she is on a self-discovery trip, she realized she had been repressing this part of her personality for years. I can't imagine or I can understand how something like that would cause so much pain, but I accept that it does just as she doesn't understand me. Okay, there is nothing I can do to help her according to her. I feel horrible for putting her through this pain and asking that from her. But I'm in so much pain myself and can't even show to her how much this has messed me up. Okay, opening up despite this would put an end to us. Any advice on how we continue with our relationship? None of us want a divorce. We have some other big differences, but most of them we managed to compromise on. We are both devastated. How do people that wanted to open their relationship but accepted not to for their partner's sake feel on the long term? So too long, didn't read. Wife wants an open relationship. I said no, we are both heartbroken. How do we move on? Okay. So I'm going to be very honest with this, and I'm not going to hold back. Okay. So, if you are into open relationships, I think it'll be better to not have a relationship at all, or at least a committed relationship with anyone, because obviously you want to sleep around, okay? So, you can't keep it in your pants. So, for some reason, you want to have sex with a lot of people other than your partner. Okay, so I'm so sorry, but I'm really, really, really very conservative. So, my opinion on this is if you don't want to stick with a single partner, okay, better not have a relationship because obviously it wouldn't work. Okay, for me, okay, so I'm not currently in a relationship, but if my partner opened this up for whatever reason to me, it's a deal breaker. We're breaking up. Okay, I'm going to get a divorce if we're married, and I'm going to break up with you if we're not, because definitely, okay, maybe I know you will say you will never do it without my permission, but you will always be tempted. And if you meet someone who is like a slut, okay, someone who wants to have, sex with you, just given, the right initiative or the right temptation, I know you should have faith on your other significant partner or what, but really temptation is always there, and you know, um, I'm sorry, but if you do this, if you open this up with me, tell me that you want an open relationship, then no amount of words that you say will ever convince me that I'm not enough. So basically, that's that. You're not enough. I'm not happy with you. Well, I'm not happy with just you. I want more. You're not content. So for me, okay, it's better to just, accept that the relationship is over. Well, for me, that's for me, okay? So she's saying that she does not want a divorce. I'm so sorry, honey, but you can't have your cake and eat it. So no, okay. Apparently, this person is not really someone who should be in a committed relationship because she is not someone who is content with just having one partner. I don't get the self-discovery. Okay, so I've always wanted to have sex. That if that's the case, then why did you enter into a relationship? So maybe she is second guessing herself. Maybe she's a sex maniac, or I don't know. Okay, I just think it's really, really bothersome and really, really disturbing that you have someone like this in your life that wants to have sex with multiple people. Like, oh my god. Okay, I really, really think that you should consider if you really want to keep this relationship, because for me, I think this is a deal breaker, and it will be better to just end the relationship on a high note while you still have respect for each other, rather than wait for a time when she finally slips up and then she cheats on you, and then, you know, you'll destroy whatever remaining respect you have for her, and then you'll be probably enemies. So yeah, that's just my take on this. Let's read the top comment here. Okay, according to this, she craves sleeping with other people. You are monogamous. There isn't a compromise. Exactly. I find it weird that she wants to have sex so badly with the complete strangers that being told not to devastates her. Her reaction is concerning, potentially manipulative. My trust would be wrecked by her request and her reaction. I would worry she would cheat if told no enough. Exactly. This is what I said earlier. So, yeah. Okay. So, I really think if you want to keep this relationship, because it sounds like, um, your girlfriend, okay, your wife is no longer interested in you. Okay. So, anyway, let's go ahead and read the second one. Oh no, this is going to be the third one. Okay, what am I saying? Anyway, so here goes. So how do I, 26 male, get my girlfriend, 25 female, to admit that she is pregnant? Okay, so too long, didn't read. My girlfriend is pregnant but refuses to acknowledge it and keeps denying it. New account because I had my main Reddit for years and don't want it to be tainted by this god awful situation. I don't know what to do and nobody in my life has been able to help me. I'm lost. I can't write out everything that I've done to try and resolve this because of the character limit, but I'll try and answer stuff in the replies. I've been with my girlfriend Hannah for 6 years and she's absolutely everything to me. There's nothing I don't love about her. She's just amazing. She's helped me through the hardest times in my life so far, and I know I can say that I've done the same thing for her. I also need to stress that she is a very intelligent, down to earth woman with no history of mental illness, to my knowledge. So it isn't possible that she just doesn't know that she's pregnant, and I have no clue why she's denying it. At this point, I'm convinced that something is very, very wrong with her, but I don't know where to turn now. I had suspicions in August September last year when she was throwing up a lot. I'm a nurse, so I work long hours and usually at night, so when I'm at home, she's asleep or at work. But sometimes I would get home and go to bed as she was trying to get up for work, and she would be sick 2 to 3 times before she left. I was concerned obviously, and my first thought was either pregnancy or an eating disorder. But she told me it was her eating the wrong things because of stress and triggering her IBS or GERD. Okay. I have IBS too, and this is a common thing for me, so I believed her. She was also fatigued and laying around the house during the day when I was home, but she works a hard job too, and I understood, so it didn't faze me. I got worried when her body started to change. At first, I thought it was just weight gain, which I didn't bring up because I honestly don't care. She's beautiful. I couldn't give a shit what her body looks like. Good for you. Okay. I noticed when she was naked or wearing tighter clothing that her belly was starting to poke out more. I didn't say anything because I don't want to even imply that I thought negatively of her weight. And as an eating disorder sufferer, I know that telling someone you're concerned can only push them deeper into it. Okay? After a few weeks, I made up something about her nausea and asked again if she might be pregnant. And she said she absolutely wasn't because of her birth control implant. I didn't even know that there was such a thing as a birth control implant. But anyway, so she refused to take a test to reassure either of us and didn't talk to me for a couple of days. So like an idiot, I just let it go. Sorry. The bit that really concerned me was a month or so ago, I think. We were cuddling really tight in bed. We always do this when we're actually in bed at the same time because we miss each other. And Hannah was asleep, but I wasn't yet and felt her stomach move against me. After it happened a couple of times, I leaned away from her and couldn't see anything, so I rested my hand on it and felt something moving around inside her belly. I almost started crying and just woke her up and word vomited something like, "Hannah, I know you're pregnant. You look pregnant and I just felt something move inside you. Please go to the doctor tomorrow or at least take a test so I'm not going crazy." I don't know how to explain it, but she just looked at me, then said, "It's nice to know that you think I'm fat," and told me I was just tired and to stop bringing it up or should have to rethink our relationship. I was effing baffled and she didn't talk to me for 2 days again, and then it was like the conversation never happened. I feel like I'm in the effing twilight zone. Hannah is so visibly pregnant and you can literally see her belly moving if you're looking for it, but she keeps saying she isn't. I can't just leave her because something is so wrong with her right now that she clearly needs my support even if she won't acknowledge it. I don't know what to do to get her to talk to me. I can force her to see a doctor or take a test, and there's nobody I can call other than having her committed, and I don't know what will happen to her if that happens. I just want her to tell me so we can do this together because I want to be a dad more than anything. Either she's pregnant and hiding it for some weird reason, or I've lost the plot. I feel like I'm going insane and I love her so much and just want her to be okay again. Edit 1. I'll delete it later, but I managed to take a photo of her belly and it's on my profile. I know I'm not going to sleep tonight, but I'm getting help for her tomorrow. Edit 2. I'm talking to the GP. I have work today, but I'll talk to Hannah when I get home. I probably update on my profile. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and check the profile first because I'm so invested in this. I want to know what happened. Okay, let's see. Okay. Um, no, he hasn't updated yet. But then I don't see the picture. Maybe he already deleted the picture. But anyway, okay, let's go ahead and discuss this. So obviously there's something wrong. It looks like your girlfriend, the OP's girlfriend, is in denial. Okay, so if I would assume what's going on here is, I don't want this to happen, but I'm assuming that the OP is not the father. Okay, so probably this girlfriend, either she had an affair or she was S8, okay, and that resulted in her pregnancy. And she's, I don't know, maybe she's doing the out of sight, out of mind. Maybe she's just, trying to think, okay, I'm not pregnant, and as long as she thinks hard enough about it, then she's not pregnant. Okay, so maybe this is going to lead to abortion. Maybe she's planning to abort the baby because she's really in denial. Maybe she's scared of admitting that she's pregnant because she's not ready to be a mother. She's afraid of giving birth because, as you know, there are so many complications that could happen when you're pregnant, when you're going to give labor. Okay, so yeah, I think definitely there's something wrong with your girlfriend, with the OP's girlfriend, I mean, and it's something that you should look into. I mean, uh, you didn't mention it here. Well, you vaguely mentioned that there's no one that you could talk to, but does she have any family? Maybe her parents, her sister, that could intercede for you? Maybe if she's not going to listen to you, then she might listen to her own family. I don't know, because this is so weird. This is the first time that I've heard of someone who looks obviously pregnant and who is showing symptoms of pregnancy, but they're denying it, even though their partner obviously is not dumb. Okay, you're a nurse, so you're in the medical field. Obviously, you would know what a pregnant woman looks like, and okay, like I don't know, maybe she's going to be like, okay, when she gives birth, and then, oh no, I don't know what happened. I'm not pregnant, so I don't know why a baby popped out of me. Like, okay, she's really, it's either she's in self denial, she's denying it, or she's just, maybe she's stupid. I feel bad saying that, but there's really something wrong with this person. Okay, I'm so sorry, but either of the two reasons I mentioned, or she's just, yeah. I'm so sorry. I know you think that your girlfriend is not stupid, but either that or she's denying it because there's something that she wants to keep from you. Maybe she has cheated on you, or she was S8 as I mentioned, and that's why she's not willing to admit that she is pregnant because she doesn't want to be pregnant. Okay. Anyway, so hopefully things will be resolved here. We'll find out, or at least the OP would find out why his girlfriend is really trying her best to conceal her pregnancy. Maybe not just, well, she's not really concealing it well. She's denying it, but when you're pregnant, you're really pregnant. Okay, unless you really have a small baby. Okay. Okay, but anyway, let's go ahead and read the next one. So this one, it's titled, I 27 male accused my 24 female wife of cheating. Okay, here we go. Recently, I noticed my wife was coming home late more often than not with the excuse of overtime. She would say she had plans to go catch a coffee with a friend on a weekend last minute. This has been going on over a span of 3 weeks. I wasn't sure what got into me, but despite my wife never giving me any reason to feel insecure, I began to suspect that she might be cheating on me. Okay. So let's see. I started asking her more in depth where she's been, when she got home, and she answered in her usual cute offhanded way. Okay. Nothing suspicious, but I still felt unnerved. However, over the last week, she was over an hour late 3 times to dinner with a brief text as an excuse. So I snapped, practically cornering her and accusing her of seeing someone else. I kept pushing until she cracked, going so far to make my wife raise her voice at me, which made me take a step back. Turns out she was planning a surprise vacation for our anniversary that I had completely forgotten was coming up. Okay? Apparently, she and our close friends have been planning this together so she could host a send-off dinner and recreate our honeymoon. And I completely ruined it. My wife broke down into tears not only because of her surprise had been ruined, but because I had accused her of cheating on me when in actuality, she was planning something incredibly thoughtful. She even contacted my boss and co-workers ahead of time to book time off. I have never had any suspicions towards my wife before, and now she believes I don't trust her. She canceled our surprise dinner. Sorry, she canceled our surprise dinner and is debating on whether we should still go on our honeymoon. She gave me all the receipts to return the decorations she bought and won't let me touch her. I absolutely adore my wife and I want to reassure her. I feel so stupid for even thinking she'd even do something like that to us. I have tried talking to our family and friends to try and understand my perspective, but they're all taking her perspective. She has lost her general spark around the house, and I miss her. How do I get my wife to trust that I still have faith in her? Edit 1. Side was probably the wrong word to use. I mean perspective. I wasn't trying to get my family members to agree that I was in the right for what I did. I was more so saying or trying to get them to understand why I had suspected my wife in the first place and what led me to believing it, because my wife can understand why I suspect her of cheating in the first place. Her coming home at 11 p.m. when she was supposed to be home at 9 and randomly saying she wouldn't be home on weekends with general playful excuses made me worry. I think I was still wrong to accuse her. However, at the time I thought her behavior had been suspicious. Granted, still a massive overreaction from me. Oh, I beg to disagree. I think you're not really overreacting because let's face it, your wife was acting in such a shady and fishy manner. Okay, so yes, I understand her heart was in the good place, a good place. She wanted to surprise you, okay, with a special honeymoon. But girl, okay, stop this surprises because, okay, let's turn the tables. Let's say that the husband is the one who is going home late and then, making these little excuses, okay, that she's, just doing overtime and all. Are you saying that the wife will not be suspicious? Okay, so no, I don't think so. Let's be real. Okay, so if a person is doing something really, really out of character, like being late so constantly, then it's going to raise some flags. I think this wife did not really anticipate this. Okay, so if she was really, planning this surprise honeymoon, she should have like asked one of her friends to cover for her, like maybe we're going to make up this reason like your friend is arranging a party for her husband, okay, but in actuality it's your own party, it's your own honeymoon. You're just going to make up this excuse, this lie. Okay, it's a white lie. It's okay to lie, I think, as long as you're not really doing something illegal or bad. In this case, okay, you're just going to ask your friend to cover for you by making it seem like the reason she's staying so late, okay, after work is because she's helping someone else do a nice thing. So, okay, even if your husband sees receipts or finds you doing something that is, maybe you're going somewhere, you're buying stuff, he wouldn't be suspicious because, oh, I know that my wife is helping someone else plan a surprise party. And then it'll be a surprise because this you will find out that that party is actually for you. This is why I really don't like surprises like this because yeah, I guess surprises are good sometimes, but most of the time you're really pushing it. You're really putting the other person on a top spot. Maybe they don't like your surprise. Okay, so better yet, it would be better if you just would open up, especially for something like this. Maybe how do you know that your husband is that your husband would like to do your honeymoon? Maybe it wasn't that enjoyable for him, and you just assume that he enjoyed it, your honeymoon. So maybe he wants to do something else for your anniversary. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just think that it'll be better to just be upfront about it. Ask your husband, okay, how do you want to spend our honeymoon? Would you like to, redo our romantic honeymoon when we got married, or would you like to do something else? Okay, so that's just my opinion about this, because I really don't like surprising someone like this, especially, okay, it blew in her face. um his her husband suspected her of cheating. Okay, so it wouldn't have happened if only this person was more upfront instead of, like, making this. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so that's my opinion. So about getting your wife to, you know, forgive you and have this blown over. Maybe you should just try to woo your wife over. Just be extra nice, be extra romantic. Try to win your wife over. The ball is now in your court, so maybe you should try to make sure that you spend the anniversary even more special now. So, and out of the country, perhaps to Paris, or if you could afford it, buy her something really expensive that she wants. Okay, so I think if your wife really loves you, then she would forgive you. I think she would, like, realize that she was really acting in a very suspicious manner. That's why you thought about it, that she was cheating on you. Okay, so this is going to be the last one. Let's read it. Okay. My fiance, 31 male, called me, 31 female, a horse face. Okay, let's see. A few months back, me, 31 female, and my now fiance, 31 male, but at the time boyfriend, are just chilling on the couch watching some TV. A girl is being interviewed on screen, and my fiance says she has almond eyes. I replied with, "Oh, like me." He looks at me and says, "I said almond eyes, not horse face." God. I was so taken aback, I barely reacted. I sat there for a moment just letting what was said to me soak in, and I started to cry. He offered no apology, and I just sat there in silence the rest of the night. Now it's 3 months or so later, and his words have really stuck with me. I find myself thinking about it more often than I would like to admit. I have a hard time feeling beautiful as is, and after his comment, my self-esteem is in the negative. I have found intimacy to be more difficult due to my being so self-conscious. Am I overreacting? I spoke to my brother about it, and he said he can't imagine ever speaking to someone he loves that way. But I wonder if he is just taking my side because he's my best friend. I brought up the fact that I'm still hurt by the comment to my fiancé, and he denied saying it. I assured him that he absolutely said it, verbatim to the way I told it. He asked me, "Will it make you happy if I apologize?" At this point, I don't think it would, because he is gaslighting me and offering a forced apology to make me shut up. Not genuine at all. I don't know how to move forward. I just know my feelings and confidence are wrecked. Too long didn't read, my fiancé called me horse face 3 months ago, and I can't help getting hurt over the fact. Just for clarity, I look like this, possibly a horse face. Okay, and she shared a picture of herself, and she is very beautiful. She has, to me, she looks like Emma Stone. Okay, so she's really pretty. Okay, she's definitely not a horse face. Okay, so yeah, my opinion on this is get rid of your fiance. If I have a relationship and my partner told me that I have a horse face, or maybe something to that effect, that, or maybe making me feel unattractive, like, oh, you look ugly, or your skin is so rough, or your hair is so thin, things like that, or your feet are so big. Okay, relationship over. You cannot tell me those things. Okay, you must tell me that I'm a goddess. I'm the goddess of beauty personified. That I'm the most beautiful person in the world for you. I'm the sexiest. I'm the most glamorous, the most elegant. Okay, even if I'm not, okay, I'm your partner. You should only tell me good things. I don't care for those people that, oh, you should be honest. You should be, you, if your pair or your partner cannot tell you these hard things, then who would? Things like that. Like, okay, maybe tell me things that I can change. Like, oh, that doesn't look good on you. You should change. Maybe a better one. This one looks better on you. Okay, something like that. Like, I can change my clothes, but how do I change my face? Unless I get cosmetic surgery, and that's totally a different topic. But okay, definitely you should be careful of what you say to your partner, and he is gaslighting her, making her feel crazy by denying that he said that thing. And I don't think that she will be reacting this much if she just imagined it. Okay, so this is a very very good red flag, because I remember reading or listening to a Reddit story that the husband, okay, often tells his wife that she smells bad, and she doesn't smell bad. And when she confronted him about this, he answered that he was taught to say that to his wife or his partner to make sure that they wouldn't leave him, because their self-confidence will be so low, their self-esteem will be shattered, that they would think twice before leaving it, because no one else would want them. Okay, maybe it's not as extreme as that, but your fiance is a bastard for saying something so negative about you. Okay, so if someone tells me that I look ugly, I'll tell them that they look ugly. I'm sorry, it sounds juvenile, but I'm not going to just let it rest like that. Like, oh, you have a horse face. Well, you look like shit. Okay, so anyway, tit for tat. Okay, so may better not have a relationship with that person. If you find me so ugly, then why do you have a relationship with me? What do you have to gain from our relationship? Okay, if you're not attracted to me, then why do you stick with me? Are you sticking with me because of my good personality, or because I bring something to the table, like maybe I'm rich? Okay, if that's the case, then we shouldn't be in a relationship. We might as well just have transactional relationship, like we just friends with benefits, whatever. But anyway, so that's it. That's my opinion over the matter. I think she should think twice before getting hitched married to this person, because if he's already like this and he's just your fiance, what more if he's already your husband? Okay, but anyway, that's it for now. Thank you so much for listening this far. Okay, so definitely there'll be more stories, Reddit stories that I'll read. But don't worry, I'm going to definitely be continuing the American Girl horror stories. It's just that I really want to get these videos out of the way. I just want to upload them, and I'm really really enjoying myself reading all these Reddit stories. So because I get to practice speaking in English, and I really want to improve my English, because I work in a call center, and I work with American clients mostly. So it's going to be really much better for me to practice speaking in English. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and have a nice day. Bye bye.